entering a new era of exploration. So we will see where this retreat will take us. We need to totally transform the way we experience our emotional existence. It's not about experiencing better emotions. It's not even about changing the unwanted aspects of our emotions. Above all, it is about that radical shift into the body and bringing consciousness into emotional intelligence. Something that never happened, something that is entirely new on this planet. And as I am speaking, you are letting go into your body. You can help yourself with exhalation and just entering your body and feeling. You see, here's the thing. You're not just becoming aware of what is happening in your body, like from the mind, from that observer. You do bring emanating intelligence into your body, obviously, but at the same time you are feeling, because that intelligence is feeling. It is not thinking, it is feeling and it is knowing. And even though it is capable of discerning, it can discern things. So intelligence, consciousness, which is the same, and feeling, you are bringing into your body. So feeling is meeting emotions. You need to relinquish any impulse to experience emotions in your head, to process emotions in your head. Your head should be emotionally empty. Everything goes into your body. Because the body, as I explained, is the brain of the emotional intelligence. Do not analyze. For now, just feel. Bringing discernment into what you feel is also important, but I will address it later on. But when I say feel, the feeling has to target a specific area of your experience, which is emotional. You are not simply feeling yourself in a general way in your body, energetically, for instance. Because in that feeling, different things can be emphasized, you see, such as pure subjectivity of the body, the light of it, or the absolute, which is how the body is resting in the absolute. But here you want to emphasize feeling of the emotional intelligence. So no emotions in the head. Remember, the reason humans develop this tendency is because this is the only area they could control their emotions. Unsuccessfully, but that was the coping strategy. Speaking about the autonomic nervous system in the body, it governs the body, which is like the neurological network in the brain. This is a very important information, that it is because the autonomic system is there, that's why we have no control over our emotions, and it is so difficult to change them. So in the traditional model of therapy, the mind is trying to change emotions, trying to reprogram itself. And it's not entirely bad, because at least people try to change the way they think, their thoughts. But the mind cannot change our fundamental emotions. They are too, first, because they are too ancient, they are too old. And second, because the mind has no control over autonomic nervous system, what it can do. You feel fear, for instance, the mind is trying to cope with that fear, let's say trying to diminish that fear. What can it do? At the most, it can give you information such as that through slow breathing you can calm down your fear, because through slow breathing you are calming down the sympathetic nervous system. So that's good. To some extent it helps, but as you know very well, does not really solve the problem. It doesn't really solve, It helps just in a way of strengthening our coping capacity. So our emotions cannot be changed, transformed, really cannot. The root of them cannot, because they are beyond the control of the conscious mind, and they cannot control themselves because they are part of the autonomic nervous system, which is self-regulating but is not really capable of changing. It's just surviving, trying to be more efficient. But there is a way, and that way is extraordinary, and it's tremendously beautiful, and is amazingly simple, but it does require spiritual foundation. So in that sense, it's not that simple. As you are letting go into your body, which is done through emanating intelligence, the body has to also let go into being. Because otherwise there is not enough pull for that emanating intelligence, you see. Emanating intelligence needs to have stability in order to embody emotional intelligence. So letting go from your body and letting go into your body, and feel. Initially you don't really know what you feel. If there are some pronounced emotions, you can identify them. But if there is nothing emotional that you can pinpoint, you don't really know what you feel. And this is why you need to sharpen your sensitivity and to feel that which you still do not recognize. It has to reveal itself. Your body has to reveal itself. It is all emotional, you see. because there is more to emotional existence than you may initially assume. All your body is an emotional state. It is experiencing itself emotionally. But the emotional experience of the body is also subject to evolution. That experience deepens and widens. At the beginning it was all about survival. The body was programmed to survive through emotional processing, through emotional intelligence, fear being the base of its operation. But gradually that emotional experience in your body is actually self-fulfilling. It becomes part of the experience of your pure subjectivity, enriching it with emotional consciousness. There is no judgment whatever you experience. You don't, at that point you do not want to change your experience. Even if you identify fear or stress, you don't want to change it. You don't consider it bad, negative. You don't create a thought that something is wrong with you. There's a total acceptance of everything. You are simply feeling yourself honestly and fully, totally, as you are, and discovering it deeper, discovering what you are. Remember, all these things were completely unconscious forever, since ever. And now they become conscious. Let them be illuminated. It's about getting to know yourself. That which was dark, that which was steeped in darkness, comes into light. And that is the meaning of the awakening of emotional consciousness. From emotional darkness to emotional light, to emotional illumination. Letting go into your body, resting in it and feeling. Letting go with exhalation helps into the body. Letting go lovingly. When you breathe, you should feel breathing in a soothing way. Because you see emanating intelligence by entering the body initiates the process of true healing. And true healing is bringing light into our emotional darkness, into this emotional shadow world, into this emotional underground cave in the body. So please keep doing it until our next meditation. It's a new thing. You need to grow into it. Get to know that way, because initially your sight is still closed, your eyes are closed, you cannot really see what is there, it's all unclear, there's this fundamental unclarity, but gradually you begin to see, it becomes familiar, the unknown becomes the known.